자, 셜록홈즈 마지막 에피소드 가보겠습니다. 갑시다. 이번에 어떤 얘기가 있었을까?
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson,
We have. Where to?
to the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet. They...
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way.
암돼지
Ah,
전통.
sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
무슨
Now,
메뉴가
I
저럴까?
can hear them on the stairs now.
Oh, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes is my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell.
레이튼 형이
They say he's killed two
이중
men.
살해란
You
제목으로
have to help us,
경찰에게
Mr. Holmes,
잡혔다.
because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
예, 형 이름이
From what I've heard,
레이튼이었구나.
they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
And forget about the dinner? Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
처음에 하프먼 거리로 갑시다.
Holmes, poor little Wiggins needs our help.
으스스하다. 오케이, 봅시다.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements speak for themselves.
Of course, Mara. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
피해자가
Who were the
누구지?
victims?
The two men here, both shot.
총상.
The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth
불량배와
Butler, a
보석상이
jeweller by trade.
죽었다.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer chap.
저
Mr.
사람이
Turner,
무법자래.
a gentleman who lives in that flat over
폴리
there.
파월 부인의
And
참고인.
Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky.
주변에
They were
폭죽이
so
터지는
loud I couldn't hear
상황이어가지고
anything else.
구분을 못했을 가능성이 높죠.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen
빅토리아
Victoria's
여신의
birthday,
탄신일.
Mr. Holmes.
Ah, yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course. Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
라이언 터너.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well,
이
I
사람이
know
못 봤잖아요.
things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story? Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments
두
after,
차례의 총성이
I
울려
clearly
퍼졌다.
heard two gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up, I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand, and I rushed towards the window. I looked down, and I saw two bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
화이트 채플로 도망쳤대.
Mr.
주변에 다른
Turner,
사람은
did you see
없었습니까?
anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
살인범만 목격했다.
Were the two shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment. Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with the gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming into Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
대머리죠. 이건 뭐지? 기념패, 방한문, 크림 전쟁, 참전 용사, 빈곤한 삶. 지팡이가 필요해. 절뚝거리는 절뚝발이.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
터너의 목격담과 두 발의 총성, 불 꺼진 창가. 터너는 경찰이 도착할 때까지 열린 주택의 창가에 있었다고 진술했다. 하지만 메로 경관의 진술에 따르면 창가에 아무도 없었다고 한다. 둘의 지금 모순됐지 증언이. 터너의 연립 주택에서 추삭하라.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime, is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming
내가
from
말을
Whitechapel.
더듬었어. 뭔가
We
문제가
could
있어.
have missed
저
each
사람.
other somehow.
가난한
Understand what I
사람이니까
mean?
뭔가
It
뇌물을
was a
먹지
bit of a
않았어.
stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modest. This fire is dying out. It was last...
불씨. 잿더미. 종이 뭉치.
The papers are all... These were... The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window.
와, 너무 직접적으로 다 보인다.
Brian Vercotte's contorted corpse. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and
완전히
Leighton
다 보이는
Chapman
장소였죠.
standing over them.
그럼 반대로 제가 봤을 때도 창문이 무조건 보여야 될 텐데 왜 안 보였을까? 못 봤을까?
This kitchen knife is quite sharp. There are pieces of shredded paper
종이가 이렇게
scattered
잔뜩
over the
잘려져
table.
있었죠?
This kitchen knife was used to cut the
칼로
paper.
종이를 자를 일이 있었나? 칼로 종이를 자를 일이 있었을까나?
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed.
뭐 특별한 거 없어 보이는데?
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
모순된 진술을 찾아야 된다. 집안에서 뭐 집안에서 이렇게 딱히 또 조사할 게 추가로 있을까?
Mr. Holmes?
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. The bullet... A tattoo from Westgate Prison.
수감된 적 있는 사람.
Brian Vercott. The... piece of wood that has...
나무 조각. 이건 뭘까? 열쇠다.
This is an ordinary key.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr.
A fairly...
I'll do anything to...
Anything else you...
일단 여기서 뭐 할 수 있는 게 없는 것 같은데. 뭐 다 한 것 같고, 일단 이제 신문하러 가봅시다. 런던 경찰국.
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is
Double
quite
murder,
clear to the
double
police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
일단 증거품을 보러 갑시다. 아, 네 가지가 있네요. 권총.
So this is the gun that It seems as...
탄피를 꺼내지 않았다.
It's... Two out of the 6 shells have been fired.
두 발을
A
산.
cheap what? These cigarettes...
별거 없네. 레이튼이 소지했던 권총과 두 발의 총성. 탄환은 총성이 두 차례 들렸다고 진술했지만 실제로는 3발이 탄환이 발사되었다. 왜 이렇게 생각할 수 있지? 사격 시점이 달랐다고 생각할 수도 있고, 동시 격발이라고 생각할 수도 있고. 이거 약간 뭔가 버그기가 있는 것 같은데 아직 검사도 안 해봤는데. 신문 먼저 해봅시다.
Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother. You know him. Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.